Hey, it's Time Out with Michael. We are back. Holy cow, it's been forever. It has been forever. So I'm so excited to be here. So excited to be here. It's been too long. I have been busy. Life has got in the way, and I just I had something happen to me today, so I thought let's do this. And here I am. Here I am. Thank you for everybody that subscribes to the channel, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. We couldn't do this without you. And we just love that you support us, watch us morning, noon, or night, whenever. So, again, thank you so much for coming on and doing all this stuff. Kiko, how are you? Good to have you on here. Good to be back. And we're going to have to do a reading with Michael very soon. I've been lacking and slacking on my Hispanic words. So we're going to have to. Juan, how are you? Good to have you on. So,
Kiko's on?
Yeah, Kiko's on.
Hang on. Hey, Kiko, guess how much I did for my deadlift today?
Guess, Kiko, how much did she do?
I didn't even tell you. So.
Hello, Mom. Thanks for joining.
Oh, hey, Kelly.
She's a school teacher, so she'll get this one.
Oh,
So how much did you deadlift?
154 pounds.
Oh, he said 120. She beat you by 34 pounds. That's pretty good. Right
I
on.
could have
Rock
done
on.
more, but I didn't want to hurt my back. So anyway, I'll let you get back to your stuff.
So yeah, she's been rocking it on the deadlift. Pretty awesome. I didn't have deadlifts when I was in school doing all the lifting. So deadlifts are weird to me, I guess. I just got to do them more. But I have been working on some stuff, running and doing some exercises because Lord knows I need it. Kevin, thanks for joining over in Facebook land. We appreciate it. So, like I said, I have been so busy at work, and it's not given me the opportunity to really jump on here and do what I want to do. I miss this. I love this. My good friend Josh over at Midlife invited me onto a stream last week, and it was super awesome, and I missed it. And I just kept thinking, like, I need some new comment. I need some stuff. And hey, Midlife, thanks for joining. And this will be a good one to just listen to, as I'm gonna roll back into. I think I'm gonna roll into podcast formats again because it's my strong suit. But I will still kind of do some other things that some interactive things. But podcast really is my strong suit. And StreamYards has actually done a bunch of cool things, so where I can go and record when I don't have time to join the live stream actually on Monday, so I can throw a video out there. So that will be awesome when I can get that out there as we do that. So again, we want to talk about why I'm here tonight for our little topic of the school drop-off line. And I'm going to start out with my story today because it was just so bizarre. And I hope it gets back to the lady that I don't know if I want it. I don't know. I just thought it was out of this world because I've heard the horror stories of the school drop-off line, how crazy people can get, how people just, yes, it's ridiculous. And there's some things, there's etiquette to this school drop-off thing. Who knew you had to have etiquette to go drop off your kid? I mean, you don't want to be rude, but there's etiquette. There's things out there you have to follow. And it's so funny because I have a lot of friends call me and they're, oh, I just had to drop my kid off and this, whatever. It's just so funny. I always laugh. And so guess what? I had to experience this firsthand today. And it was absolutely hilarious. So here we go. So I call my son Riker and I'm like, dude, I'm almost to the house. Let's go. We got to get to school. I got a lot of stuff going on. Mind you, this is the Monday after Thanksgiving. Things are crazy. Mondays are always crazy. and we just had a lot of things go on early in the morning, and I just had no time to get. I didn't have time for hiccups. Now, with that being said, most everyone that knows me knows I hate being late. Late is horrible. Joe, thanks for joining. Late is, to me, is disrespectful. If someone says you need to be there at 7 o'clock, you better be there at 6:55 so you have time to do the things that you didn't have time. Just be there, be on time. And I think my wife knows firsthand exactly what I mean by being late, because I'm always pushing everybody. So anyway, I'm here early to pick up Riker for school, take him to school, take him to the drop off. He also has his cello. He brought his cello home for the Thanksgiving break to practice and to do. So that adds extra time for him to get the cello out at the school drop off line and get out there and get the cello to school. So he gets it. Oh, he actually forgot it. Exactly, Joe. 15 minutes early is on time, and boy, do I so try to follow that. It's sometimes 30 minutes late because I was sitting here, live stream for tonight, 30 minutes early. But anyway, it's if you're on time, you're late. Exactly. That's the thing, Craig. Thanks for joining. So anyway, he forgets his cello. So good thing. There you go. See, so I'm early to pick him up because he forgot to bring the cello out to take to school. So he goes back and gets it. We get there. Now, when you go into this this school, I wish, I probably should do that. I don't want to bog things down, but I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to follow my good friend Josh. Josh, you can go back and look at this. I'm going to pull up Google Maps because Josh loves this. Anyway, get this pulled up here. And, we want to see. I want to see, I want to see the street view. Anyway, I can't get it to pull up. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this going. I'm sorry, everyone. Trying to get this to zoom with my lovely mouse is not working. So let's go over here, share the screen. And I want to share this one here. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see this. This is where you would go drop off. So you have this street here, and you have a street that comes here to drop off. Oh, yep. See, this is why I need Josh. Where are you, Josh? You're driving home. Struggling. Davis Middle School. Let's try this again. Sorry. Okay. So here's the school. All right. So this is where we pull in right here. So you pull in here and you come here and you go right here and you do this whole loop right here. There's a big loop. Come into the school, loop around, drop the kids off, whip back around, you come around here. Now there's a bus lane right here, and that's where all the buses stop. So on this particular part right here, when you're coming around the school, you come back this way. This little corner right here, it's very tight. So a lot of times here's the bus lane right here. You can see this, but right past this bus lane, there's a tight corner. So a lot of cars that are coming in, these cars that have already dropped off have to wait. And so again, I dropped Riker off on the, I just dropped him off. I put him in the parking lot, and so he could take his cello in. And I thought that'll be the easiest way because I don't want to block. I remember etiquette. You don't want to stop. You don't want to wait. Everybody's trying to get things going, and I didn't want to hold anybody up. So I thought if I just go to the parking lot and stop, he can walk over and go to the front door and drop his cello off. So I did that. As I come around, there's no cars in the parking lot, and I just go straight. I follow two cars. Okay, mind you, two cars. I'm gonna go back to um I'm gonna go back to this screen here on the school. So I start coming this way. So I parked here and I start coming this way. Now the loop comes around and they go right here. I'm following two cars, and as I get here, this person here, and I don't know if I should say what this person drives because I know what they drive, the color and the license plate. They start honking at me and flipping me off. And I'm like, "Really? Like is it that bad that you have to flip me off?" So I'm like, "Okay, this is ridiculous." So I get up to the stop sign. Let's go back to let's go back to it. I get up to the stop sign and I can either go this way or I can go this way. You've done pissed me off now. And so I'm going to be rude. I can tell that she is late. And again, don't be late. So I turn down this way because what I see is she's honking at me because she needs to get somewhere. And I'm pretty sure she's got to take some kids to the high school. So I turn down this street here. And this street is, 20 miles an hour. Any street inside of our town is 20 miles an hour unless posted. I mean, in school, you want to go a little bit slower. So I go about 10 miles an hour all the way down the street. And I can see her in my rearview mirror. She is yelling, screaming, F you, you're a POS, all the fun names. And it's just so I'm just laughing the whole time. And I get here. Now I know that if she takes a left down this don't do that. If she takes a left down this incline drive, she is going to go down this way and come over here, down here. Okay. So I take a right because I know going right is going to be faster. And I see her she just goes I took a left. Sorry. She goes right and she flips me off and honks again. So I'm like, you want to keep doing this? Is it fair to say that you antagonize people just saying, no, not at all? When you want to be a nasty Karen at the drop-off line, this is what you're going to get. Don't be late. So I go this way, and I know that if I go this way, so this route goes this way down here. So I take a right, I take a left, I take a right, and I get to a main road down here because I know that I'm going to intersect with her down over by this overpass. And I do. And again, I'm just trying to see what's going on. And she literally down here by this incline, for those of you watching on the Google Maps, for those of you didn't go back and watch the live stream and see the video, she comes down here and she's coming to this place here. There's two cars in front of her and I'm right here just passing our softball fields. And she literally gets up there and sees me, and I'm like 3 car lengths away from getting to that turn. She blew the stop sign, didn't even stop, gets in front and starts to slow down. Okay, so she slows down, and by the time she gets to the underpass here, she is now going fast. But now there's like 10 cars in front of her, so now she can't. And you can see her just waving her arms. She is pissed because she's late, and she's late dropping kids off. So I'm behind her. I am behind her. I'm not doing anything. I'm not honking. I'm not gesturing, not doing anything. I'm going to help and finish what I had started at work with a colleague. So I have to come over here to this area, and just up here is where the high school is, right here. So she's got to travel on this path and go down here. I do not deliberately mess with people, only when they're jerk wagons, eat my liver and dust, something like that. What does he say? Eat my dust. Let's burn rubber. He says it the backwards way. Anyway, so I'm coming down here. Here's a gas station, and you turn here at the light and go up this street, Cheyenne Drive. And she pulls into the loaf and jug. Again, I'm behind her. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just going back to where I came from after I dropped off my kid. She pulls into the loaf and jug and just is waving her hands out of the car. Hey, she wanted to fight me. Like, really? I had to laugh. I had to laugh so hard because when I pulled into where I needed to go, I actually thought she was going to come down in there and just like scream at me, yell at me, and continually make her kids late, which they already were, to the high school. And I thought it was hilarious because I've heard these stories and I was a part of one today, and it just made me think, like, really, is there some sort of like proper etiquette? Again, she was at a stop haven at the school. She was at a place where she had to stop. If you are any kind of if you know about driving, you know that when you're at a stop sign or a yield sign or an intersection where your road doesn't connect and you have to make a different thing. She had to stop, and I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just thinking, like, I'm following the flow of traffic. There was two cars in front of me. I wasn't going. I was going like 4 miles an hour, and she tried to pull out in front of me, and I just kept, like, and she was pissed that I wouldn't let her in. And all I could think of was, you show up early, don't be late. And it was really funny. So I looked up some things. So I'm gonna go over this. I think it's really fun, and I don't know if you guys follow this. Those of you that are listening and watching, thank you again so much. Appreciate you. DDG, hey, how are you? She says, I'm going to throw it up on the screen. She says, I am the parent who works at the school who shows up barely on time. I get to cut the line and parents give me the look. Oh, oh, DDG, that is not the proper etiquette for the drop off line. And there is etiquette. One of the etiquette things is don't ever get out of your car, because if you get out of the car, then everybody's waiting for you. Stuff moves. Apparently, you're not supposed to get out of your car. You don't get to go say hi to your friend. You don't get to jump out, whatever. Stay in your car. Driving drop off line etiquette. Okay. Now, this one was really funny to me. Put your cell phone down. I get that because I was waiting for them this time or after school to pick up the kid, and there was two people that were both in the car, not talking to each other, both on their cell phone. They weren't doing that. They weren't even talking. Like, they were just on their cell phone, and they missed like several things. Yeah, if they were in the drop off line, it wouldn't have worked. Stay off your phone. Don't double park. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is like this is a no. Okay. I think double parking is even worse than cutting the line. This is where you drive up and you see the line and you go over and you just drive up and you're like, oh, I'm just going to pull alongside this lady, and my kid will either jump in or your kid jumps out. Like, really? Wait your turn. Wait your turn. That's rule number 3. I just picked these off the internet. It's cool. The next one, obviously, instead of double parking, don't cut the line. It doesn't matter if there was a gap. It doesn't matter if you drive a BMW. Guess what? You're in the same line as everybody else. You know this. Gonzo, hey, thanks for joining. I appreciate it so much. Been a long time since I've been able to do this. This one is hilarious. Leave the PDA at home. Kiss your kid goodbye and make it quick. Don't go, kissy. Kiss the kid goodbye. Love you. See you after school. And Carrie says, live by rule number 32. We all know what that one is. Carrie, let us know. Rule number 6. The rules of the car drop-off lane apply to everybody, no matter what kind of car you drive. Again, Maserati or not, dude, you're in the back of the line. You're not special because you have a Maserati. Doesn't matter. and move swiftly. Get your kids out, and I'm always telling Record, get ready, get ready, get ready. It's like, tuck and roll. I'm opening the door, unlocking it, pushing him out. I'm just kidding. I stop the car. He gets out. But again, I thought this was funny. Does anybody, I mean, Jem, you said that you're the late one. Anybody else on the stream have kids or been a part of this drop off thing that is absolutely nuts or crazy? I just, again, I've heard the stories and I just didn't believe that it was true. And I just, today I had witnessed my first moment in the drop off line with the Karen. And no, I'm not on Zombieland rules, but I thought it was funny. And I wanted to share the story with everybody. And I honestly don't care if the lady sees this or hears this, or somebody that knows who it was, or if she said some idiot at the school today, Fords go to the front of the line. I don't know about that there, Craig. But again, like, just, take a little extra time and don't be so rushed and don't be so upset. I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off in the first place. It wasn't like, hey, this lady's like itching to leave. Like, I had no clue. And then you had to honk and just do your gestures and scream your crap on the back of, I saw, it is what it is. And you just made an ass of yourself in front of your kids in the car. And I pretty much do that every time I drive, and because I get kind of road rage on there. But just don't provoke me like that, and I won't be the jerk that goes 5 miles an hour and then tries to do all that. But I just, the thing that it just made me laugh more than anything was, I knew you were late and you were trying to get to where you needed to go, and then you pulled off into Loaf and Jug to fight me or yell at me. Like, what was that going to do? Like, you got cut off. You're late. Deal with it. Move on. So anyway, that was kind of my story. Short one, easy one. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We had a great Thanksgiving. It's a little bit smaller. We did Loaf and Jug. Juan, it's like, yeah, I couldn't even tell you, Juan. It's a convenience store. I don't know which ones in California you could. Mini Mart. There you go. Mini Mart. They used to be Mini Marts and now they're Loaf and Jugs. I don't know if you ever heard of a Mini Mart. 7-Eleven, similar. But we had a good Thanksgiving. I did a smoked turkey on the Traeger. We do a lot of stuff on the Traeger cooking there. And Carrie told me that there was a way to cook a turkey called a spatchcock. And that's where you take the backbone out of the turkey. And that was kind of trying. That was different. And you pull it all out, and then you pretty much slam the turkey down like you're doing CPR and break the breastbone and all of that. And it just kind of lays flat on the grill, and season it up. And it was just, you need to come to my house for food, Juan. You just do. Kiko, we used to deep fry turkeys, and we thought that was the neatest thing since sliced bread. But trying to be a little bit more on the healthy side. I mean, I can't as healthy as you can be. But once you've cooked on a Traeger, and anybody that's cooked on a Traeger, you will know that it's very hard to go back to anything else, gas or propane or anything like that, because of just the taste. There's are things that we still we don't want to do completely on the Traeger, but it is pretty awesome. Ambient Storm, how are you? Good to see you on here. Thanks for coming on. Catch the replay. It was pretty funny. I got beat up by a Karen in the driver today. Anyway, we loved that. It was really good. It was probably the easiest it was the easiest turkey I've ever cut too. There wasn't all that hollow. DDG, yes, it is a smoker. And there are tons of good smokers out there. I was lucky enough to get hooked up with a Traeger from a friend, and he hooked me up so good. And I can't believe I have not had a Traeger for longer. But who's Traeger? A new friend, Traeger Grill. Look it up. They sell them at Costco. There's always a guy at Costco selling Traeger grills. You can never, ever, ever go wrong with a Traeger. So anyway, we cut that up, and the problem with turkeys is that it's such a big bird and there's such a hollow space on there. Again, all the people, most of the people put stuffing in their turkey. When you do it on a Traeger, it's a little different. It doesn't come out right, so you have to. We came up with a different way, and actually was probably the best stuffing we've had in a long time. We're not going to give those secrets away, but when you cook a turkey on a grill or even in the oven too, you get you try to cook the dark meat, and what happens is, as you're trying to cook that dark meat, you don't necessarily overcook the white meat, but it becomes drier. It's not as that favorite word everybody, it's not as moist as you'd like it, and it just tastes better when you do that with this spatchcock way. And Kiko, that's why we loved doing a deep fried turkey, was because the whole turkey was all moist, dark meat, white meat. It was juicy the whole time. You didn't have any dry meat, which was exactly what we were trying to do. That's what we were trying to get to. So when I read up on this particular place, or this particular way to cook the turkey, it was so much faster. It took us, and I mean, with Traeger and your cooking and your smoking, it's a little bit different. You can change some things around, but instead of smoking the turkey all day long, we still had an amazing smoke to the turkey, and it only took 2 hours, and that was perfect. And again, we wanted a crisp skin on top, but we wanted everything to just cooked just right. And again, I have cooked turkeys for the last 10 years, with the exception of Carrie has cooked hers as well. And again, I don't think that we've had a turkey turn out as good as that, because again, everything just was really, really good. And butter, yes, it is. That is a good thing. We used to do the injections with the seasoning, but yeah. And here's the thing, Josh, I didn't even have to brine it. There was no brining involved, and you would have thought that the turkey was brined. That's what the spatchcock does on the cook. It was absolutely delicious. And the seasoning, the way I did the seasoning this time, I think it was money. We did a trick, and I don't know if I want to share that, but I will. Baking powder you throw on, not baking soda, but baking powder. There was one time I made pancakes with baking soda. It was horrible. It was really gross. But baking powder, it actually made the skin really crisp, and it gave it a good flavor and a good tone. Amazing. That's all I can say. And we just had a good time. It was nice. I hope everybody else had a wonderful time. I see all, the cool thing with my channel is I see a lot of my friends here that are all in Disney, and I live vicariously through you as you go to Disney and Knott's. And totally wanted to go down there this season, but it's ridiculously expensive, and that sucks. Sucks. So maybe a trip in January, but maybe we ought to do Vegas. I don't know. Something to hang out with all you guys. Miss you. So again, thank you very much for everybody that's joined and everybody that subscribes. We couldn't do this without you. Please check out Midlife Vibes, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They're everywhere. Check out Carla and Kiko Adventures. They have some really cool videos up right now of the holiday stuff that's going on in their part of the world. Please check them out. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. They're on YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. What's that one? MySpace. They do have that coming back. I'm just kidding. Kiko, have a good night. Thanks for jumping on. Ambient Storm. They have some awesome sounds over on YouTube. I put my headphones in the other day and just listened to their stuff, and it was super relaxing and calming. And when it was done, it just shut off and it was good. So if you want some cool relaxing sounds, check over there to Ambient Storm. They also have cigar box guitars on their Etsy and their Instagram. Check them as well. You got some really cool things. Christmas coming up. There's some good stuff over there. Also, I guess I haven't plugged this for a long time. You can go over to spreadshirt.com and get on there. We have a bunch of merch over there, shirts, hats, dog coats, pillows, towels, mugs, whatever. Basically all that stuff goes right back into the channel, gets us cameras, microphones, posters, banners, designs. It all just goes right back to the channel so we can make this nicer, better, and more fun for everybody. Thank you so much, everybody that's joined. Monday nights, 7 p.m. Check us out. Time Out with Michael. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. And with that, this time out is over.